What's up, everybody? Robert Lee Master here. I'm a real estate agent here in El Paso, Texas. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about loans and 5 questions to ask your loan officer if you're interested in buying a home or if you already are in the loan process. All right, so question number 1, what types of loans are available? So as we know, we have the FHA loan, we have the VA loan, we have a USDA loan, and we also have the conventional loan with conventional financing, all right? Also, you would probably want to pick their brain a little bit about what's available for first-time home buyers. If you are a first-time home buyer, do you need a down payment assistance? So ask about these programs, see what's available, and see what you can qualify for. All right, so question number 2 is going to be, how do I qualify for a loan? All right. Once you pick which loan is best for you, they're going to sit down and come up with what's called a debt to income ratio. All right, so it's basically the income that you got coming in versus the debt that you got going out. Okay, I've talked recently in my other videos about, they want to paint this financial picture of your life. So what they're going to factor in is your income, your property that you already own, your assets that you own, debt that you may have, like car payments, credit cards, things of that nature, and then also your credit score. And they come up with this debt to income ratio, and that tells them how much you're qualified for. All right, so question number 3, how much house can I actually afford, right? So I know a lot of people are wanting to look at a $200,000 house, $250,000 house, or maybe even a $500,000 house. But that debt to income ratio is going to factor in how much house that you can afford. So it's very important to ask your loan officer, after they've pulled your credit and they've looked at your debt to income ratio, actually, how much can I afford? Can I afford that $250,000 house, or am I going to be stuck in a $150,000 house until I can get my debt to income ratio down, or maybe my credit score increases? So it's a very important question to ask them. All right, question number 4 is going to be, what will my rate be? Okay, this plays a big factor. It's actually a big deal. All right, so we've seen rates go down low, and people are taking real advantage of it, as far as refinancing their home or actually getting into buying their first home. Rates a big deal. Okay, reason being is because it does affect your monthly payment. All right, the lower the rate, obviously the lower your monthly payment's going to be. When it comes to rates, some lenders will give you the option to buy the rate down, meaning that if you have a 2.65 rate right now, they will give you the option to pay another $530 or $550, $600, whatever it may be, to buy that rate down to, let's say, a 2.5% interest rate. All right. You really need to look at this, because sometimes buying the rate down is usually not even worth it. Because if you look at it, if you buy the rate down and you spend $500 to get the rate down, your monthly payments may drop like $10 or $11. That's about it. All right, so question number 5 is going to be, how much money do I need to bring to closing? Okay, and an important note that I'd like to mention is that, in my opinion, you should have at least 6 months of reserves. When I say 6 months of reserves, meaning that you want to have at least 6 months saved up in case you lose your job or something happens. Maybe your income changes a little bit. Things always happen in life, so it's good to always have at least 6 months worth of savings before even looking at buying a house. In my opinion, some people would say 3, some people may even say a year, but I think 6 months is a good place to be. So as far as bringing money to closing, what you need to ask the loan officer or the person processing your loan is, how much do they charge to process the loan? How much is the processing fee? Okay, I've seen as low as $1,200, and then I've seen as high as $1,500 to process. Also, you need to ask your lender, do you guys charge origination points? Many people don't ever ask this question, but origination points, when we're talking about a point, we're talking about 1% of the sales price. Okay, so this could be the difference between you paying $6,000 in closing compared to maybe $10,000 or $15,000 in closing. So it's very important that you see if they do charge an origination fee or what that origination fee would be. So these are 5 questions to ask your lender. All right, I know that there is many more questions that you can ask. You can ask things about the underwriting process, things like that. But if you don't ask any other questions, please ask these 5 questions to your lenders. It could save you a ton of money in the end. But I appreciate you guys, and if you guys have any other questions about the loan process or the home buying process, or if you're looking at buying a house, or if you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out. I'm always available, and I want to say thank you to everybody, and I hope everybody has a great day today.